My name is Shah. I'm the research economist at Florida TaxWatch. As of 2021, Florida's citrus industry contributes $7 billion to Florida's economy. In terms of value-added GDP, it contributes $2.8 billion. This is much lesser than it used to be in 2003, 2004, because it's only about one-fourth of the production we used to have at that time. Citrus greening is a disease caused by an insect which eats up all the nutrients of the trees, and it leads to fewer and smaller produce of oranges in our groves, and it also leads to a higher cost of production for our citrus growers. As of 2012, the citrus industry lost $3.6 billion in produce due to citrus greening. The reason citrus greening is so challenging is because even as of today, we don't have a permanent solution to completely eradicate it from our groves. It leads to lesser and smaller fruits every year because what we do have right now is only short-term solutions which can prevent it from maybe increasing or spreading to more trees. Hurricanes have been devastating to Florida's citrus industry since the early 2000s. In 2004-2005, we had 4 consecutive hurricanes in a span of 6 weeks, and that led to a drop of 120 million boxes of citrus production in that year. In 2017, Hurricane Irma caused a loss of $490 million. And in 2022, Hurricane Ian caused a loss of $247 million to the citrus industry. There is no particular way to adapt to hurricane losses for our citrus growers because every year we go through a hurricane, higher winds cause a lot of fruit to fall from the trees. And if not winds, we have water flooding throughout our citrus groves, which causes disruption in the soil, which is a long-term effect for citrus production. Just this year, the citrus production forecast dropped by 2.2 million boxes because of Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Other than hurricanes, citrus diseases have caused higher production costs, labor costs, and fewer produce every year, and this leads to many legacy businesses leaving the citrus industry, causing even more decline in our citrus production every year. Every year from the citrus production, about 70% is used for processing. Because of the decline in our production, our imports for fresh oranges have increased fourfold in the past 2 decades. And this has caused a lot of companies like Florida Natural, which used to produce 100% orange juice from Florida oranges, to now label their oranges as a mixed blend from Florida and California or maybe Mexico. And a lot of surveys have shown that consumers prefer 100% Florida orange juice over a blend. Florida's citrus industry has suffered through a lot. It suffered from citrus freezing in the early 1800s and 1900s. It suffered from citrus canker in the 1990s to the early 2000s. And in the present day, it still suffers from hurricanes and citrus greening. I don't think it can go back to what it used to be in the early 2000s, but slowly and steadily, with sustainable efforts and modern technology, the citrus production can be increased through the years. The best way to help citrus growers in Florida would be to speak with and to support local farmers. Our citrus industry requires constant support and investments in terms of citrus research and in how to eradicate diseases like citrus greening from our groves.